Hello everyone, welcome back to Trick Cloud. If you are new or not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's get started. In today's video, we are going to discuss about what is VNet, benefit of VNets, and how to create a VNet or virtual network in Azure. Okay, so let's get started and understand what is virtual network or VNet. A virtual network is a fundamental building block for private networks in Azure. Azure Virtual Network enable Azure resources to like VM and other resources to securely communicate with each other and over the internet. Now let's understand the benefit of VNet or virtual network. At first we have the isolation. VNets provide network isolation for resources within the same VNet and across different VNet. This isolation helps control and secure communication between resources. Then subnet. You can divide a VNet into multiple subnet to organize and segment resources within the network. Each subnet can have its own security and routing configuration. Address space. When you create a VNet, you define the address space for it using private IP address range. The address space is then divided into subnets based on your requirement. Internet connectivity. By default, resources within a VNet cannot access the internet. If internet access is required, you can configure a network address translation NAT gateway or use a VM as a NAT device to enable outbound internet connectivity. Peering. VNet peering allow you to connect two VNet in the same region, allowing resources in those VNets to communicate with each other as if they were on the same network. Then VPN gateway. Azure VNet can be connected to on-premises network using VPN, virtual private network gateway. This enables a hybrid network setup, allowing communication between resources in Azure or on-prem resources. Express route. For higher bandwidth and more reliable connection, Azure VNet can be connected to on-prem premises network using Azure Express route. Express route provide a private dedicated connection to the Azure. These are the benefit of Azure VNet. Now let's understand how to create a VNet in Azure. Before starting, we need to look into some of the prerequisites like we need a valid subscription, then resource group, name, reason, and also about the IP address, subnet mask, and gateway we would like to use. Okay, so to create VNet, first we need to log in into the Azure portal. In the portal, search for and select virtual network like this on the screen. On the virtual network page, select create button. On the basics tab of the create virtual network, enter or select the following information like subscription, resource group, VNet name, region like East US 2. There are a lot many other regions as well. You can select according to your requirement. Then select next to proceed to the security tab. If needed, create bastion, else click on the next again and switch to the IP address. Select next to proceed to the IP address tab. In the IP address space box in subnets, select the default subnet. In edit subnet, enter or select the following information like subnet template, which is default, name, subnet 1 or anything you would like. Then starting address that will be from 10.0.0.0 which is default, and the subnet size would be /24 which will have 256 IP address as by default. All these are by default in the details. On the subnet page, we get by default IP addresses 10.0.0.0/16. So later VNet, we need to carve the specific subnet out of this range. Then we can select template and then name a starting address, subnet size like /24, 16 or 8. Based on that, we can create or select a NAT gateway if needed, NSG, network security group, and the route table if we have. Then select save, select review and continue, create, at the bottom of the screen. And when validation passes, select create. Once you select on the create, you will see in the notification that the VNet is created, and you can search for the VNet you have created in the global search, or you can look into the VNet list as well. Okay, so this was about how to create virtual network or VNet in Azure, and the benefit of the Azure, benefit of the VNet in Azure. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and comment to the channel.